Hey guys, I've got your Wednesday WOD. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about goal setting for the 3-week pay period. So maybe the whole concept of setting goals is new to you, or maybe it's just new in the realm of your Advocare business. So hopefully I can help you identify and kind of lay out some specific ways and thoughts and sharing, setting those goals. So here are some thoughts for this 3-weeker. So every once in a while, a month has 5 Tuesdays, and that means that we have a 3-week pay period, and that's one whole extra week to accomplish the same amount of work you would normally be able to accomplish in a 2-week pay period. So this is really a chance for a breakthrough in your business. And if you haven't watched Jesse's WOD video about breakthroughs from earlier this week, you definitely want to check that out. But hopefully this will help you in nailing down some specifics. So Ron Reynolds gifted us a book at No Limits a while back called The Magic of Goals. Some of you just returned and probably received a copy. And it was awesome because it's super simple, but lays it out. And one thing that we have learned from Ron and so many other leaders in this business is that it is just absolutely imperative to write down your goals. There is such power in writing down goals. And so in Advocare, you do want to have long-term goals that are related to your purpose. You want to have monthly goals, goal by next success goal. You want to have monthly goals. You want to have goals for how many people you're going to get to Advo Nation, things like that. But as far as specific pay period goals, which is what I'm talking to you about right now, there's a couple things you want to keep in mind. And maybe you've heard the acronym before. It's SMART. We want to set SMART goals. And so each one of those letters has something. The S is for specific. The M is measurable. A is attainable, R is realistic, and T is timely. So as far as the specific and measurable, the two things that we can control in Advocare are our PGV, the personal group volume, the amount of volume that we're moving between us and our team into the marketplace, and our frontline recruiting. So those are two things that you want to make sure every single pay period you're setting a goal for that. At a bare minimum, you want to have $1,000 of PGV. Now, I'm just going to be real with you. Some of you guys, we really need to stretch beyond that because we're capable of so much more than that. So in this 3-weeker, you definitely want to stretch yourself and go push beyond just earning that warrior call. Although I will tell you, Beth Reynolds straight knocked it out of the park tonight on the warrior call. And if you're not earning that, make sure you're earning that invitation. You're going to get some elite training that you wouldn't have access to anywhere else. And you earn that by having in at least $1,000 of PGV each pay period. So that is the bare minimum. That unlocks the opportunity to get max earnings on your override and also that leadership bonus. So if you're really serious about growing your business, that's the bare minimum. Now, what we encourage and what I'm going to stretch you this pay period, this 3-weeker, is go for Champions Club. I hope that list is so long that it takes more than one slide to fit everybody's name. If you're not familiar yet, Champions Club is $3,000 of PGV and 2 new distributors. So if you break that down, that's about $1,000 a week. That means if you're helping 2 different people get to 25%, that $500 mark, then that's $1,000. If you do that for 3 weeks consecutively during this 3-weeker, then you've hit that 3K PGV. And then of course adding on 2 new team members who see value in getting the discount or possibly want to build a business. So I'm going to encourage you, and maybe that as far as the A and the R, attainable and realistic, maybe that's something you need to reach out to your leader and ask for help with. Maybe say, what is realistic for me? Maybe you don't know, or they see the potential that's stretched a little further than your belief. You're never going to outperform the level of your belief. And sometimes that leader can help you stretch that just a little bit so you can push yourself and see what you're truly capable of. So I'm going to encourage you, go for Champions Club, talk to your leader if you're having trouble with that, but at least 3K PGV and 2 new distributors. Now, maybe you have some specific goals regarding, earning your rookie bonus or helping some team members earn their rookie bonus, helping some team members qualify or solidify a pin, or maybe you're working on one yourself. So all of these things take specific action steps, and by having these goals written down and in front of your face, and also sharing those with your team and with your leaders, then that's going to help you put in those daily actions even when you maybe don't feel like it, to help you get closer to that goal. So I know Jesse posted a thread a couple before this 3-weeker started, asking for us to write down our goals. And I just realized Jonathan and I wrote it in our group meet, but we never shared it there. So we're going to go back and do that. And I encourage you to do the same because, like I said, there's power in having that goal written down. Last pay period, Nikki McCollum had a goal of $2,000 PGV, and she shared that with us. And she got to work, and she made it happen. And so she got to see firsthand, and it was exciting to watch a teammate accomplish that. But there just is power in that for sure. So I wanted to be able to share that with you. And then I also wanted to pass along this training. I'm going to post the link below. This is hands down the best product training that Jonathan and I have ever seen. And what I can tell you about that, if you're so new that you're still putting your leader on three-way calls and using your leader, which is something we never stop, but if you're not doing three-way calls for your team yet, then I would probably hold off on this. But if you've been here around for a while and you're doing those three-way calls for your team and hosting mixers for your team and that type of thing, then I encourage you to maybe break this up, spend a few minutes each day watching this, jotting down some notes, because we are a product-driven company, and there is so much power in getting product in people's bodies and knowing what's going to help them the best. So Rob Graff does a phenomenal job with this, and it just helps to know your stuff. So I encourage you to check this out when you get a chance. Like I said, it's pretty long, so maybe if you need to break it up into some different segments, then do that. But definitely take some notes there. So today, Wednesday, we are starting what would be the normal, typical 2-weeker. So some of us have probably taken off this last week. Some of us have probably had the pedal to the metal and already got a great start and lots of momentum. Either way, treat this like the beginning of a brand new pay period. Like my girl Nikki says, treat every day like it's the close of the pay period. If you're looking for a breakthrough, what would happen if over these next 2 weeks you did that? So if you have not set goals yet for this 3-week pay period, write them down, let your leader know. I would shoot for at least Champions Club. If you have already set some goals, then it's time for some self-reflection, self-check. Where are you at in those goals? Are you at least a third of the way to where you want to be? So hopefully that helped give you guys some specific, some measurable, some attainable, some realistic, and some timely goals for this 3-weeker. You guys are champions. Go get it. God bless you.